Okay guys, you're welcome to another wonderful episode of Shorts in Shots on R2 TV. Shout out to all our marvelous audience out there. I'm Ilo with the flow, Ilose, and this is Shorts in Shots on R2 TV. You know how we do it now. I bring you marvelous directors. You know, we just take a little spotlight on them, insight on them. We get to know them one-on-one, and get to view their short films. So I have another marvelous director in the house today, but I will not be breaking the nutshell as I normally do. Should I just break this one? So yeah, you guys should just stick around, because when we come back, we'll be bringing her your way.
My name is Tolu Ajayi, and you're watching Shorts in Short.
My name is Prominent Esosa Monday. I hail from Edo State, Isham by tribe, and I'm a filmmaker. I remember back then in secondary school, in my SS3, I told my mom that I wanted to become an actress, and she was like, what? Why? So I want to be doing all those things I used to do in television, kiss, this, that. I didn't say anything. My dad came back. When he came back, she didn't even allow me to tell him. She just told him herself. And my dad said, anything you want to become, as long as you become someone promising in future, that I can go ahead and become an actress if I choose to. And after then, I applied for theater arts. I wrote JAM, I applied for theater arts in University of Abuja and Ambrose Ali University of Kuma. But I didn't get the admission, and one day I stumbled into an interview they were granting to Afolabi Adesoya, our MD in National Film Corporation, JOS. And my mom was like, hey, she said you wanted to read film. Hey, go and check that school now. So she even went with me, funny enough. We went together and we met a couple of people, and they said if this is what I really want to become, I could apply. Then I came back again, I applied, and they gave me the admission. That's I started film school.
Lights, camera, action. I love my movies. Intriguing, exciting, entertaining. All here on RTP.
I didn't really act at the long run. In my diploma one in NFI, National Film Institute, we went for a project outside, and the continuity guy, script supervisor rather, took an excuse that he was going out, that someone else should take over for him. I'm not sure if anybody, maybe a lot of people didn't want to do it. He just gave me the clapperboard and said, this is how you do it. And I was like, well, I did it. After then, people started calling me for continuity jobs, and the whole continuity girl stopped as at the period I was in NFI. Virtually from there, I shot my first short film, which I directed myself. That's how the whole directing thing started. Everybody had their strengths. NFI is basically everybody, you choose what you want to become. Some are cinematographers, some are directors, some are makeup artists and all that. Me, I didn't really choose continuity. It came to me and I stuck with it. And every other person, as at then, aside maybe degree aspect, diploma aspect, I was the only continuity person. So I usually do a lot of jobs for people, doing continuity for them. So I didn't really have any rival or anybody clashing with me. Everybody just do their own thing. This year I made it 7 years of being into film.
My name is Tolu Ajayi, and you're watching Shorts in Short.
My short film, Dusk, came as a result of back in film school. Usually, you're supposed to shoot a short film before you leave film school. I sat one day and I told my friend that I needed a story. I didn't write the story, I just did a rewrite of the script. And he came up with a story, he wrote the script, and I adjusted some things. Well, the challenge I had was, in film school, well, we don't really see a lot of things as challenge because we have camera on ground. We could just apply, you get camera, you get school bus, you apply. All of us, we use ourselves. If I want a helping hand, my cameraman was just someone I spoke to, Bishop C. Crowder Idebo. I spoke to him and he came on board. My production manager came on board. Everybody it's just something that we just do. We sit as a family. You just, okay, I want you to be on my set, or I'm shooting by next week. And the person is prepared to say, okay, no problem. I didn't really have any challenge. My budget was very small. I'm not sure I want to say it on air. My budget was very small and it went well, in as much as it's a first film. Everybody knows what happens to a first film that you lay your hands upon. I shot Colin for 3 days. It's also a short film, but more of an 11 minutes, 15 or 16 seconds. White Dusk, I shot it for I'm not even sure it's 2 days, not even 2 days, it was like a day and a half. The last scene was it was not even an evening scene. We had grains in our shots, so we came back the next day in the morning to shoot it, so it was even a day job. It was not even 2 days. Dusk was just for 2 minutes and 40-something seconds or so. I sat one day and I realized that a lot of issues on child labor has been flogged, except for domestic servants. I looked at it, I was like, okay, I think I need to shoot an educative film to teach the audience majorly, maybe more parts of the inner. There are some states that actually don't even know there's anything like domestic servant or whatever. They just give you their child, please, she's going to the city and that is all. And whatever happened to that child, the parents don't even know. So I thought of it, I was like, okay, let me do something different from other aspects of child labor. Everybody out there who doesn't understand what domestic servant is, in quotes, what house help is, what these children go through in the process of being a servant in your house. Please watch Colin and see part of what they go through. There are 3 phases of what they go through. Some take good care of them, some maltreat them, some overwork them. But you as a human being and as an individual, choose which path you want to fall into. But always know that if you break the Child Rights Act law code, you'll be penalized for it. There's a jail sentence for it, and there's a money fine for it. Treat a child like it's your own child. Don't make people see your children from your house help. Most of the times you see house help, you see children, you can tell who is the house help among the 3, probably the 3 kids or the 4 kids, whichever number of kids they are. Treat your house help like your own kids. Don't differentiate a child from the other child. That child also wants the same attention that you give to your own child.
Okay, we are back, and you guys just met Prominent Monday Odin. Yes, sir. That's our second female director. She's a marvelous person. Studied in NFI, grew Edo born, studied in the north. Nigeria is just a wonderful place where you can switch places like that. So her short film, Colin, is coming up next. Now, as she told you, it's a film that borders on child abuse, child labor. It's a part of child labor that we don't really pay attention to, the fact that we have house helps that are below 18 and we don't treat these people well. We don't send them to school. We don't, groom them well. They are children, like she said, and they should be treated as children. Even if you're going to use them as a helping hand for your house, at least treat them like your kids. You can always see children and a house help, and you can differentiate without being told. So let's check out the movie Colin. It's a very interesting one, very marvelous one. So stick around because we'll be seeing it right now.
that you can never really understand an individual by looking at them from the outside. To really understand why people speak the way they do, why they talk the way they do, and act the way they do, you really need an inside perspective.
Come on, darling, can you tell us what's going on?
Everything relationship-wise, we are going to be trashing it. We're going to trash it here on the show.
Women are so busy, like from here to here. We actually call them the octopus mom.
My name is Sola. If it's a mouthful, you could call me Daring.
We're talking to women, woman to woman,
real women to real women.
Hello.
Yeah, what was the crazy one? Don't be deceived.
I'm not crazy.
Yes.
Very much. God will bless you. Coming to our aid.
Amen, Auntie. This is the beginning of the end of your situation.
Amen.
As soon as she's done with her studies, she'll be able to take very good care of you.
Indeed, you are a godsend to this our community. I never knew that one day one of my own will be going to the city to better her life.
Auntie, don't mention. Growing up here was not easy for me. I had the opportunity to better my life somewhere. Why don't I give someone else same opportunity?
You see, when God blesses us, we should bless others.
That's Nancy.
Mary, how are you?
Fine.
Mary, come. You see, first thing tomorrow morning, wash your clothes. Get your things ready, because you're going to the city with Auntie Stella. She's going to send you to school.
Auntie, thank you.
No problem, my dear. Mary, don't worry. Everything will be alright.
Yeah, hello? Yes, like I said earlier, a payment of 15,000 naira will be paid into my account before I get you anybody. Yes, that's the payment for the agency. And 8,000 naira will be paid into the girl's account monthly. Oh yes, she's a very hardworking girl. Oh no, she won't disappoint you. No, she doesn't steal. Thank you very much. As soon as you pay the money into my account, I'll bring her over to your place. Thank you very much. Mary! Mary!
Yes, ma'am.
Get prepared. My friend will be coming over from her trip tomorrow. You will be going to stay with her. Don't worry, my dear. She will take very good care of you. Just make sure you be a good girl to her. And make sure you're very hardworking, okay? You're even going to get your own room over there. So don't worry. Everything will be fine. Is Francisca and Julia done already?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell them to meet me over.
Yes, who is there? Sister, welcome.
Ella,
Ma.
how you doing?
Fine.
How is school?
Fine.
Okay.
Welcome.
What about your auntie?
She's not in, she went to work.
Okay. This is my niece, Mary. I was
Mary,
supposed to bring her to the house.
You're welcome, Mary.
Alright, Mary, don't worry. They'll take very good care of you. Just behave yourself and be a good girl, okay? Alright. Ella, please. Take very good care of Mary for me.
I will.
Okay. Tell your auntie, whatever she brought from Dubai, she should keep my own goodies for me, oh.
I will.
Okay.
looking at me, eh? You broke my cup, my wedding gift. Can you imagine? Can your stupid, useless mother in the village can share all this? You be stupid thing like I've been taking it lightly with you, bro. Before I come back, I'm expecting you to be done with this place. Nonsense.
Auntie, it's me, Mary. Yes. Yes, ma. I'm in town, but I'm stranded. Zone 4, just before the mosques. Okay, I'll wait for you, ma.
Come in, my dear. Sorry, huh? Let me see. Sorry. This is Stella. I never knew she has been pretending all this while. It's okay, eh? Go in and rest. I'll teach her a lesson.
5 of you came together at the same time, right?
Yes.
Do you know or have an idea where the others were taken to?
No.
When you arrived, you stayed in her personal house, right?
Yes.
How many homes have you been to since you came?
5 homes.
How does she usually move you?
She usually says somebody's dead in the village or my mom wants to see me.
Well, madam, I think that will be all for now. So, for the time being, don't travel out of the state or country until we are able to conclude with this investigation.
From the pre-production was not really that stressful. It was actually the actual production, getting equipment. I came down with my sound equipment and the thing started messing up. In short, I didn't get sound until I think I shot like 2 to 3 scenes because I needed ambience, but it was not really a dialogue scene. But that sound, the sound box was faulty, the boom mic everything was just wrong. I just decided not to look at it because as a director, just take your mind off it. Otherwise, if you're in everybody's department, trust me, you get crazy. I just told my stand director, please don't do that one, let me face some other things. The challenges were rough. My assistant cameraman gave me issue too. But eventually, I knew it's one of those things. For you to sell your short film, you must have good shots. Because your story, you must have good shots, you must have good story, you must have good sound. Because the short film, all those things make people want to watch it. And as an upcoming director, if you have interest in shooting a short film, no matter how it comes out, just do it. I have something else to do for next year, probably mid next year or early next year, whichever case it may. But yes, I have something coming up for next year. My name is Prominent Esosa Monday. I'm a film director. Keep watching Shots in Shots on R2 TV.
All right, guys, we've come to the end of the show. That was Calling. Yes, a very touching movie, I must say. And I like the fact that she kept giving us details, details from WHO, details from UNICEF. She kept us in the go with the details so that you can always know what you're watching and what it is that is the punishment for these crimes or what it is that's the law against these crimes. So yeah, child abuse, hard child labor is a very big crime. So to those of you who send your children out there to hawk or you see children that hawk, please, you can always report the case. If you know someone that does this, please report the case. It is not allowed in Nigeria. It's not allowed in Lagos. It's not allowed anywhere in the world because they are children. They're the leaders of tomorrow. They should be given a better today. Yeah, so this is coming from Shots and Shots, familiar with the flow, yours truly. Now, I got to head out now, but I will be coming your way again, same time, same station, next week on R2 TV. It is Shots and Shots, guys. Whatever happens, keep watching. Do not go anywhere. It's R2 TV, entertainment at its best. See you later.